please.
First, congratulations to SMU on a great year. That's a terrific basketball team. Athletic, play really hard. Just a load to handle. I thought we didn't, early on we just looked like, we had gone to brought a JV team to a varsity game. They looked way more athletic than we did, and then I thought we settled in the game and played pretty well the rest of the first half. We just couldn't get stops. 15 for them. Hudson, he's made 15 threes all year. He makes 3, and one makes a big one there. Phelps at the end, the first half, and so they were tremendous, and they had a great year. So credit them. I've told the guys locker room, coached a long time. I don't think I've ever been more proud of a team, than I am of this group. Just we talked about before the game, this would be an ultimate culture test. It would be an ultimate test of our mental toughness. A big part of our culture is respond, and we took a gut punch. We were devastated on Sunday. We thought we deserved to be in the tournament, and we didn't get in, and our guys were. They were gutted. They were shattered, and to pick yourself up, put the pieces back, to be down 15 points with 18 minutes to play and look like you're about to get knocked out. They showed unbelievable resilience and fortitude, and last but not least, the crowd. That was the energy in the building tonight. That was electric, and these fans all year. We talk about journeys defined by who you go through it with, and this group has been amazing, but. Our fans have made this so special for me, and I know for our entire team. So thank you to them. Without them, we're not advancing to get to play Minnesota this weekend.
Questions for our student athletes? Go ahead.
Now, Jayson, you had 35 points this game, just feeding inside and outside. Talk about how you use your factor of being tall and also being able to shoot.
Well, I want to credit my teammates. They got me the ball when we needed it, but most importantly, I just used my energy just to make the hustle plays. Coach always says energy finds the ball finds energy, so I was just making as much hustle plays as I can because I want to win it, and if that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do.
Rick, you always put a lot of energy and emotion, but it seemed to be more tonight. You were really, flexing, getting into just how bad did you guys want to prove that you wanted to win and show people?
We definitely want to prove people that we're capable of winning it. The whole team knows it's elimination time, and we just want to play our heart out and try to get as far as we can. So I'm just playing with enough energy. If one guy don't have it, I'm gonna pick his energy up as much as I can, and I know they're gonna do the same for me. So if I can just keep bringing that energy, then that's all I can do.
Go ahead.
Jayson, you guys came out that timeout, down 10, and they go into a zone, and you hit that 3 that propelled the run. Just what were your thoughts when you saw the zone and that you might be open in that corner?
It's either I'm going to get a corner spot or I'm going to get a back cut. I just live. Coach always says, you can't cut. So I was really anticipating a back cut. But, when I hit it, it was just a momentum. I'm glad I hit it. If I didn't, just go back down and try to get another stop.
Ryan, the last 2 games, you didn't win the Detroit game, but an incredible comeback. Both games down big. You guys seem to be like a boxer. You take blows, and then you come back late. How much do you guys never feel out of a ball game?
First and foremost, I want to say all glory to God. I'm just blessed to just be part of just a great team. I feel like we just genuinely want it for each other. When we go out there, it's not just about us. Or, we genuinely want to see each other succeed, and we're gonna always pick each other up. So when another team punches us and we may get knocked down, we're gonna help one another up and just keep on pushing, keep on fighting. We're never gonna give up. Till the buzzer sounds at the end of the game, and the result will be the result. But at the end of the day, we just want to fight for one another. So.
Andy.
You guys have turned into kind of a media sensation since you got left out of the tournament. Did that put any pressure on you guys this week? A lot of people were going to be watching you just to see, maybe they should have been in the tournament. Is that any kind of a pressure situation for you guys? It didn't seem like it was, but do you think about stuff like that?
I say no. I don't feel it's pressure. It's a gut punch we didn't get in, but NIT is just as competitive, and we're gonna come out every game if we were in the NCAA. So we're just gonna come out and compete at the highest level.
Yeah, I would say no too. I feel like, we really just, despite, what everybody says on the outside, we know what we got, in this locker room, and, we just know, it's us. So, we just believe in one another, and, we don't put any pressure on one another or ourselves. We just know we got to go out there and just play hard.
Go ahead. Xavier Bledson making his final run through the tournament. Question for really to you, Coach.
No, players only.
Okay. But with that, how is Xavier Bledson, just having that spark that he comes off the bench?
Yeah, Java, that's what he do. He come in, he hit them big shots. We all believe in Java, and we know he believes in himself. So we know he gonna produce out there on the court, and he's just a big time player. He makes big time shots, and he just impacts the game in so many ways. So.
Grant?
Guys, Ryan and Jayson, what does it mean to get another home game now in front of these fans, in front of this crowd? Yeah, it's going to be rocking this weekend.
It's exciting. The fans' energy is I feel like it's one of the best energy in the whole college basketball, and I appreciate them so much for what they do, and I'm just excited to keep playing in front of them.
Any other questions for our student athletes? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, just for you, Ryan, it's about Jayson. What does it say about him that when you guys were struggling in the first half and even early into the second half that he just continued to score and kept you close in it?
Yeah, JK, he relentless. Like, he never going to give up. Like, even the whole team could be down, he going to always bring that energy. And it's been many, many times in the game where, I make a bad play, I'd be down, and he'll walk right over there and pick me back up. So, he's somebody that, every team needs. He just always has that energy. He going to do the little things out there on the court, make the hustle plays. He's just a great all-around player. So, I'm thankful to have him as a teammate. So.
Any other questions for our student athletes? Ryan, Jayson, you're free to leave.
That's fine.
Else?
Schertz. I appreciate it. Grazie. Great job. You guys want water?
Come on.
You need that.
You want this one? Yeah,
Nah, you're going to need it.
I'll need it.
All right. Questions about today's game and Minnesota game only?
Coach,
Yes.
Coach, the slow start. What do you think that layover, not making the tournament, 10 days off? Just you guys really that first half and the first 5-10 minutes of the second half didn't look like yourselves.
Yeah, I thought, honestly, I thought like the first 10 minutes were pretty poor, and then I thought we actually settled in and played pretty well. I just thought their shot making was like, I looked at one part of the second half, and they were like 9 for 13 from three. I'm doing the quick math in my head that Drake was 11 for 18. I'm like, the last 20 for 31 from three for the opponents. That's hard to do. They bank a three in. Like I said, Hudson's, we were going to put Robbie on him, play drop. He makes less than half a three a game. He makes three right away. Phelps, makes two. He's a 21% shooter, doesn't make a three a game. Some of it was just they were just playing great. And I thought our offense was pretty good, but in the second half, I didn't think our energy was good at all. I thought the first 10 minutes of the game and the first, couple minutes of the second half, we weren't very good. And then all of a sudden, we kind of settled in, and once we did, I thought, like I said at the beginning of the game, I thought we just didn't look. It looked like they were just so much more athletic than we were, and maybe that's the 10 days off. I think more than anything, we just looked out of sync, out of sorts. But once we settled in, I thought we actually played pretty good. Even at halftime, I told them, we had 40 points, and I think we were 4 for 17 from three. But I probably liked 14 or 15 of those looks. It wasn't like we were getting, Robbie got 4 wide open looks, and we just didn't make them. But I said, we scored 40 points, didn't shoot it well. We just keep, moving it. We got to guard better.
Go ahead. Coach, normally running 6-7 guys deep in the games, but you ran 9 pretty early, with Forrest and Miller.
Yeah.
Talk about that, running a deeper bench than that.
Just trying to buy minutes. It was a good game for Derek because they're so big. Mace, has been shooting it great in practice. And so Isaiah got his second foul. Just thought that we were getting some clean looks. And Mason gives us, if they had a guy out there, size-wise, he could match up with pretty easily. And, Mace's a guy that, is one of our better shooters. Thought he might get a good catch-and-shoot opportunity. He did on the wing. He missed it, but he got a great look. And I just was able to, we were able to throw those guys, kind of depends game to game. But, Jake and Jabo are going to play. And then after that, it's kind of, depending on what the game was, but Swope's second foul. And then just their size, we couldn't play Jabo at the 5 unless Hudson was at the 5 and play small ball. The other two guys were probably a little too big for him to guard.
Rick?
Normally, Jason's not the focal point of the offense, but for about the first 30 minutes, everything was going through him in the scoring. he seems different tonight. The look in his eye. Did you see a different Jayson Kent out there?
I mean, I think Jason's a guy we don't call anything for him ever. He is as good as there is at leveraging the system to be able to do what he does best. You know what I mean? Jayson made all those plays on his own. I mean, there was cuts, there was offensive rebounds, there was transition, there was paint to great, threes from the corner, which is where he generally gets his threes. He was relentless on the offensive glass. He ran in transition. He got multiple cuts. I mean, probably got 4 of his baskets were on cuts, probably 4 or 5. He just does what he does. He leverages the system in a great way, and he understands how to utilize what he does best. He's a guy that has developed in a guy that he's able to do what he does best all the time. And you look at his numbers: 11 for 12 from the field, he scored 35 points on 12 shots. I mean, that's incredible. And the efficiency level, but that's been him all year. I mean, like I've said many times, you could debate on who's the best player, and probably people won't, go to him immediately. They'd say maybe Ryan Conwell or Robbie, but Jayson's our most important player because of what he brings to the table. I thought he was all over the glass, got us extra possessions, did exactly what he does. He just scored, and he was opportunistic in the way he does it, and you can do it without having to run anything for him, and he gets 35 points. That's pretty incredible.
It was mentioned earlier about the Drake comeback, but just in your eyes, what do you feel like was the difference tonight that let you not only come back to tie it up, but then just to control the game and end up finishing it off?
Yeah, I mean, helped that Tucker DeVries wasn't out there, so that helped. I think it's a make or miss game. I thought, we went zone there in the second half. We got down 12 or so. I thought the zone kind of stymied some of their stuff. I thought we were able to get stops. I thought our rebounding late was great. We got beat up on the glass early. We went a little bigger. We put Job on there for Swope just to get some more size in there, I thought it was that. And then offensively, we just made timely shots. You look at them, and we had, the offensive rebound play late there where, we shoot the air ball, but Robbie gets it, flips it up, and then the ball gets tipped by Kent to Ryan. Ryan gets fouled. We had some big time plays. Ryan stuck a huge 3 there late. All those we had some big time plays. The cut Jay Kent made. Robbie found him for the backdoor layup. Robin had a great shooting night. He's 2 for 11, but he gets 7 assists, 8 rebounds, and I thought after. Benched him early in the second half because, the defense, I thought his defense the last 18 minutes was when he came back in, was far superior.
Jack. Coach, you talked a little bit about the crowd already, but when you guys made your run, it felt like you had a 6-man on defense of how loud they were. Just talk about, how they kind of impacted you and kind of fueled you tonight, and also how excited you guys are to get another game this weekend.
Yeah, the crowd's been, all year. It's been that symbiotic relationship of, the way they've lifted us, supported us, wrapped their arms around us. Our guys understand that's very uncommon. The way Terre Haute supports their team, the way they care about basketball, how loud they got. When we were making that comeback, we were down, I think, maybe 10, and we started rallying back, and that was as loud as I've heard it. It was unbelievable. The energy and the electricity in the building, and that's just that's what part of what's made this whole year so special, and really even the last 2 years. It's just we had some of that last year, but this year's been a whole different level. But this is the epicenter of basketball, Indiana. And Terre Haute's about as good as it gets in terms of people that they love it, they support it, they're passionate. They're passionate about Indiana State, but they're certainly passionate about Indiana State basketball, and that connection doesn't exist in a lot of places. Every player, every coach realizes how lucky we are to be a part of that.
Question over here, all right.
Coach, obviously not take away from the huge victory tonight, but you have a Big Ten school in Minnesota coming here on the weekend. Just talk about just the magnitude of the Big Ten playing Missouri Valley here at home, and then just they obviously got a huge win against Butler, who's a higher ranked team than them. What you can take away from tonight?
Yeah, SMU's, going the ACC next year, so you got, and now you get Minnesota coming in, and that's awesome. These are opportunities that you would never get except for, being in the postseason. So, an opportunity to play SMU on your home court, opportunity to play Minnesota on your home court. This would never happen in a non-conference, even though it should. even though it should. So, it's our guys. You could see tonight, like the competitive will and disposition they showed. Like, we'll be ready. Now, Minnesota is very good, but whatever this weekend, this place, I know our fans will be ready. And I have no doubt our players will be equally as ready. It should be an unbelievable environment here on Saturday or Sunday, whenever we play.
Last question.
What were your thoughts on just the chants from the student section as you got the "We Want Schertz" chants as you guys were walking off the court?
I thought it was "We Love Schertz." Could be "We Want." I don't know, but I thought the love that the fans have shown me is very, very much reciprocated. That aspect of being the coach here is by far the coolest thing. Is how much people care, how much they care about you, and I care. That care is two ways. Like, the love is a two-way street. Like, I genuinely love the people here. We love the community. We love the students. We're have been, for 3 years, completely invested in this place, mind, body, soul, and to have that reflected back to you is always kind. I didn't hear those chances much in year one. Might have been with "Gone" at the end of it or whatever, but no, it's even then. It's even back when we lost 20 games, like, people here were treating us well. They're like, "Hey, we're going to get it together. We're going to get going." And my number one thing is to give the fans the program they deserve, because they deserve the best. Like, I really think that, like, Terre Haute, Indiana State, the Forest, the students that come out, the community, they deserve the absolute best, and I feel that responsibility. I know our players do too. We feel the responsibility to give them the very best program we can. We love them, and that is very much reflected back towards them. So appreciate it.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
SMU's in next.